Give me the green light, give me just one night. I'm ready to go right now, I'm ready to go right now. Let's go!
Whoever here has a confession to make, put your hand up. Other than my obsession with rent, I have another secret. I am a nose picker. I just don't like it when I have boogers. That's plain and simple. It's not like I just pick my nose whenever I want to. No, there's certain ways to do it. And for all you booger haters out there too, I'm going to teach you my method today. Because I think it's a better way to, or an alternate way for not having to pick your nose. Picking your nose is just like a last resort type of thing. You know, you just do it when you have to. So this is what I do. Okay, so first, you want to see if you could blow your nose with a tissue. So, you know, you want to see if you could blast that booger out. And I know you check the tissue after you blow your nose because you want to see if it's there. But after blowing your nose and you still feel a booger like up here that's just not coming out, this is what you do. Only if you're home, okay, because it's kind of gross if you do it in public. So what you do when you're at home is you take that finger you use, you know, your nose picking finger, and you stick it up in there and you just keep pulling it down, pulling it down. The hardest part I find is when the booger gets down here and then you kind of have to scoop it out. But when you have no nail on your pinky, you can't scoop it, right? So I have another plan for that. What I do is, when the booger's here, I grab a tissue and I take the corner and I just, you know, mush it up a bit. Then I put it right here, place it over the booger at the bottom of my nose, and I shove my pinky in there and I scoop it out like that. So the booger is on the tissue. Because I find using tissue creates some kind of friction of some sort. And it's just easier to pull out when the tissue's there. Don't judge me, because I know all you people with your long pinky nails out there pick your nose. I can tell, because that long pinky nail makes like a scoop, which is perfect for booger picking, and only people who keep long pinky nails would know that. So I know you're all booger pickers too. Now this one's my method for when you're in public, because you don't want to be caught picking your nose in public. You know, it's embarrassing. All the people you see who do this thing where they try to cover it up and then their hands here and they're acting like they're coughing or something, like first off, that's a weird way to hold your hands, okay? When you're coughing, like I cough like with one hand. You don't need two hands, or if anything it wouldn't be like this with one hand under, right? Secondly, I see the picking action you're doing, like when you do this and your finger is under, like I see your hand moving, right? That's not normal. You know, go like this hand doesn't have to be moving if you're coughing. So this is the method that I personally use in public. You want to make sure you always have tissue. Tissue is an important part of it all. Now this method is called the tired method. What you do is, you know when you wipe your eyes, right? And boogers in here, right? So what you do is when you wipe your eyes, like, you know how people wipe their eyes, you bring it down like this, and then when you're bringing your hands down, you do a fast booger sweep on the outside of your nose. Now, I personally think this works because I think when you do this with your nose, like when it's rubbing down the side, it kind of rolls the booger in a ball and makes it go lower. I don't know. But it works for me, so. Now you could do this tired sweep like as many times as you want, because no one knows how tired you've been, man. Like, it could go on forever until you think the booger is ready to come out. Now finally, when you think it's ready to come out, that's when you grab your tissue and you blow your nose. Oh, I didn't expect that much snot to come out. Oh, so after you did the booger sweep and tried to blow out your booger, and your booger is still not coming out, well, the only other thing you could do is find a washroom or some place that has tissue, pick your nose in a stall, you know, then no one sees you picking your nose anyways. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, that's gross. But you have to look at it this way. I think grossness is judged on a scale from not gross to really gross, right? And picking your nose is definitely at that gross level. But I think what puts me above this gross level, like between not gross and gross, I don't know what that level would be called in between there, but there's a level there where I guess not so gross. I think what makes me not so gross is I use hand sanitizer or soap after I finish picking my nose, and I wash my hands. For all you people who don't wash your hands after picking your nose, well, that's just a different story. I think you're below gross, like halfway to really gross. Yeah, so that's how I think I'm a little bit a step above, because one step hand sanitizer or soap, whatever is most convenient to you at whatever time. So yeah, don't judge people who pick their nose. I think what you should be worried about is people that don't wash their hands after they pick their nose. Huh? Think about it.